The reason why we're going to go deeper into this information is because every single time we get in deeper and discussing different things, understand that this is penetrating more into your consciousness. You will be able to start controlling realities and information. You're going to start shrinking time because that information through the potency is raising the vibration of your consciousness. So you will be able to manifest quicker and to control your reality and your consciousness. So today we're going to discuss the vacuum of the black hole, the quantum structure. And if I put a QS, that means the quantum structure of information. So when we start discussing everything, they were literally showing me how actually the black hole into the vacuum of space is working, how the black hole is mobilizing everything. And what they show me, first of all, they show me frequency, sound, and vibration. Two different sounds. This is one, and this is the second one. And in the middle, when they connect and when they mobilize and connect those two sounds, they create basically a black hole of a vacuum, like a 0 point. And of course, we dissolve everything like this into fractals because each time something converts, shifts, mutates to become like a helix, each time there is basically a conversion. But that conversion, when it mobilizes, actually they show me that when it mobilizes everything from a hologram, it could be a hologram, that hologram could be a subatomic particle. Into that subatomic particle, when you zoom in, becomes a hologram. That hologram has a geometry, sound waves, and it could be a subtonalities of different information. So when it happens to the conversion, because don't forget that all that is actually under the umbrella of consciousness. So when you have the hologram, the entire consciousness is vibrating, pulsating, is omnipotent, omnipresent, has its own vibration. It's going to push that hologram of etheric field like a plasma to start mutating, is constantly moving. Because of that conversion and consciousness is pushing all that, it's actually mobilizing, like a sucking in literally that hologram, and literally goes into and starting to mobilize quicker. The more it mobilizing becomes more potent and more potent, like a sound. And it becomes so dense of vibration that it becomes like opens up a portal, and now like a cone, like a vacuum, sucks everything in. But when it does that, actually it becomes literally starts spinning. And when it goes in, it breaks this thing out like a little tiny particles and said it bursts. It showed me a bursting. When that bursting happens, it's so potent a vibration that all of a sudden, when it goes to the end of it here, remember it's sucking in, goes to the end here, it's actually the 0 point. It becomes burst, and all of a sudden, I saw like a darkness, like nothingness. It's simply there. And because of that, it in that nothingness, it showed me that everything is like so much power to that is no measurement. The power is so great, but at the same time you can measure it. Was infinite of you can measure it, was infinite. But at the same time, because it was infinite power, that infinite was actually keeping up a balance in that void of that black hole, and of that vacuum. It was all a mixture of all this stuff. And when it reached that point of nothingness, it burst, and now it's like a total stillness of like nothing is happening. All of a sudden, because it's under the umbrella of consciousness and is moving constantly, actually it ends up vibrating do like this, and actually start mobilizing again. Everything that became in nothingness end up mobilizing it again, constructing it again, and literally end up from that point in a spiral again, mobilizing all the subatomic particles, all the structures, everything now. And now instead the vacuum end up pushing through the other side into spiral, open up a portal, and actually birth itself, like reprint itself in another location in time space, like another hologram. And actually, the reason why the 0 point of the vacuum is so important is because right there in the stillness, the conversion happens when it's mobilized again from consciousness itself. So it's incredible how this is really converted. And now you get from one hologram to another, and remember, from one location to another, because all that is actually X and Y. Is going to give you another location of where that's going to be in time space. And when you see these fractals here, in some ways, in one conversion, you actually see this. That's what you see. And that happens every moment to moment to moment to moment, is so quick. But the reason why the vacuum of the black hole of creation, it's so important, is because actually hold the most potent vibration within the universe. Okay, so black hole you can measure, and that's why scientists say, "Oh, we don't know what is there. You can go and can burst," but I'm telling you what's happening after the burst. They say nothing can survive there, but in actuality, is rebirth. Is restructuring and rebirthing something new. It never happened in the first time. So that is basically the conversion, what's happening in a black hole. Okay? And this is how it becomes very potent, how it becomes within the structure, because they were talking that the black hole is something very scary, is something very, they don't know what's really happening. Well, I'm telling you what they're showing me, what is really happening. But in order to prove it, I need scientific backup, for everything I say, because remember, I didn't study from Harvard or whatever places. I'm downloading it from another parallel reality, which my guides are teaching me that.